Hey guys, at my day job again. I have to be super careful to keep the logo out using the seatbelt. So yeah, I was thinking about doing a video this morning. I went for a walk with my mother, which is good. It was good to catch up in that very personal way, and to really bond with her. But we started talking about, you know, her and her business and how she could make more money and how she could start a business. And my mother loves shoes. Like, that's her shit. She loves shoes. And she also likes to handle money, which is like a weird hobby she's telling me about. She's like, I love handling money. It's so fun to me. It's weird. But, not that I hate it. I just think it's a weird hobby. Anyway, so I wanted to do a video with her, and I was like, hey, look, I'm not going to harass you, but like, I'd love to welcome you onto the documentary, basically. Would you do a video with me? I feel like it'd be really intimate and personal. And she's like, no, I don't want to be on camera. And I was like, all right, fine, I respect it. So I kind of left it alone. And I spent the remainder of my morning helping her set the foundation for that business and building it up online. And we had listed some things, but I'm really, really excited. She's basically going to do a super niche shoe selling market. So my mother has like really small feet. Like I think she wears a 5.5 in women's. She's like, yeah, the problem is I have to wear like kids shoes often just to buy shoes. Like it's damn near impossible to find them. And I was like, I bet you anything, there are hundreds, if not thousands and tens of thousands of women, or more possibly, that have that exact same struggle. You're not the only one. I was like, what would you say women struggle with? Like something common. She's like, I don't know, 4 to 6. And I was like, okay, why not make a online shoe store, basically, where you buy and sell shoes within those price range, and you can even branch out your market to kids, because you also buy from kids anyway. And she's like, okay, let's do that. So I was really proud of her, because I've been trying to talk her into starting this business for God knows how many months. Like, I stopped counting. Long time. And she finally did it. And one of the things that inspired her to take action was my development within myself. She sees how many fears I've overcome, you know, the troubles that I've pushed past, or the obstacles I pushed past, to say. She sees the obstacles I've pushed past, and she sees, you know, the fears and the stress that I've gone through and how I've managed to break past it. And we had that heart-to-heart, and she was just finally inspired to take action. I think she finally believed in herself again. And bear in mind, my mother's one of my heroes. I don't know how the hell she did it, but like one of her famous stories in my life is that when I was growing up, I was around 4, probably about 4 to 8. My mother was in the military, and when my father left, he left her in about 10 years worth of debt, just destroyed her credit while she went to boot camp in the Air Force. And it's a very sad story, but there's a happy ending to it. She somehow or another managed to work full-time in the military, get a part-time job to increase her income, and she went to school full-time to get a degree before she left the Air Force, and ultimately did get her degree so she could leave her enlistment, and ultimately earned her master's degree. So like she was telling me, she's like, I would come home at 11 and I'd wake up at 4, and she was a single mom. She raised me. That was it. I remember growing up, there were times where I would see her for 30 minutes on the car ride to school, or to whatever before school daycare program I went to, because it was so damn early. And 30 minutes on the car ride home at whatever evening, because some guidance counselor had to take me home because the after school program had closed. Like, she did that. And she's like, there were mornings where I woke up and I cried. She's like, but I did not want to re-enlist in the Air Force if I didn't have to, because I wanted to spend time with my son. So she goes, I busted my ass. And so, yeah, I mean, that amount of work ethic, that amount of drive and determination is something that I aspire for, and something that we were talking about that she had lost eventually. She no longer has that kind of drive, and she's definitely more motivated by fear now. And to have that heart-to-heart this morning on our walk, jog, power walk, whatever you want to call it, she finally started taking action. I was really proud of her. So again, I'm at work right now. I had to leave and I didn't really have any downtime to make the video because I was helping her set up the foundation for that business. But I didn't want to have an excuse to not do this video. I didn't want to do it after work. And, you know, it's not fresh in my mind and I'm not passionate about it. It's like something that happened this morning that I just talk about. So yeah, this was something I wanted to cover. This is something that was in my head that I shouldn't do while I'm at work, but fuck it, I definitely can. And that was just a bullshit narrative. So far this video is, what, 5 minutes? And it's probably gonna be less once I edit down all the ums and all the breaks and make it more catchy. So yeah, like, this is super easy. No excuses, that's the idea. And what else? What else did I want to say? Definitely wanted to say something. Definitely wanted to say something. I feel like that's it. Kind of frustrated. Alright, whatever. Till the next segment. And until the next segment, this is all I have for this morning.